What's up guys, Eric from B-Sonic here, and back in November we were at the SEMA show and releasing a lot of new products, and one of the new products that we released is our Encore Alpha power amplifier, the 3 series. We had the 2 series in the past, 3 series is a new one, and ever since we released it, it's been a pretty popular product. And one of the most frequently asked questions is what's the difference between our new Encore 3 series amplifiers and the Encore 2 series amplifier. In this video, let me go ahead and cover the differences. What I have here is the Encore 2 series amplifier, and the first thing you'll notice is the case design. It's a little bit more rounded off. This heatsink has 2 cutouts in the center right here, and if you turn it over to the side, we have the front and rear speaker gain controls and also the rear and front audio inputs. So these are audio inputs where if you have like another MP3 player or some sort of media device and you want to feed the audio into your car sound system, you'll do it so from these RCA inputs. And this function is not used very much, but there are some customers out there that has these really high quality MP3 players and they want to get that really high audio quality. They'll feed it into here and you could enjoy it through the car's sound system. And flipping it over this side, you'll also notice it's just all standard proprietary connectors to connect to the factory harness, utilizing the plug-and-play harness that comes with the kit. And the plug-and-play harness you see here is pretty standard. There's T-harnesses that goes behind the radio, and then the backside will connect to the factory original connectors that was connected to the radio. And same for these black connectors here. These are for the speakers. And these 2 connectors here that connects to the amplifier. Very easy install, all plug and play. And the most difficult part is just being able to find the right mounting location for this amp. So that is the ENA 2 series. Just going through some specifications. The ENA 2 specification, the most important is power. It's 45 watt by 4 channels at 4 ohms. And also the RCA audio inputs. So what are the new updates with the ENA 3 series? As you can see here, the case is different. It's a bit more rigid. There's a lot more cutouts in between, with the flat surface in the center and the Encore Alpha logo right at the center. And turning this amplifier around to this side, instead of having those audio video input, this one now has subwoofer out. We had a lot of requests from the ENA 2 amplifier customers where they wanted an easy way to connect their power subwoofer to this amplifier. So this provides that. You do not have to use any other line out converters. You simply connect the power subwoofers to these RCA out and independently connect the power subwoofer to the car's battery, and then after that connect the remote wire to this harness that comes with the 3 series amplifiers. So it'll come with a blue remote wire that you can easily connect to your new power sub, whereas the older ENA 2 series doesn't have the remote wire. In addition, this amp also has the ability to change the front and rear gain independently, and also it has this auto sense speaker and ACC feature. Some of the newer vehicles don't have ACC, power ACC. So when they don't have power ACC, there's no way for the amplifier to know when to turn on. So we have this function where you could put it to the speaker. So if it detects any speaker signals from here, the amplifier will turn on and amplify the audio in the vehicle. And for the current model Toyotas, it's not a problem. You could keep it at ACC, but for other manufacturers such as Ford, they don't have the accessory wire anymore. So instead, you'll be using the speaker auto sense. So that's how the amplifier senses that the car is on, and then the amplifier gets to work. Okay, going along with the specifications of this ENA 3 series amplifier, this new amp has 50 watts by 4 channels with 4 ohms. It's 5 additional watts. It's not a huge difference, it's not a game changer, but the upgrade is there. And we're always looking for ways to squeeze out as much power and performance from what is provided with the given power from the radio. In regards to compatibility, for the ENA 2 series, it's compatible with all the Toyota models, JBL and non-JBL models, whereas the ENA 3 series, it's only compatible with non-JBL models. You can install this with the JBL models, but if you do, you won't be able to utilize the sub outs the way you want it. Yes, you can connect this to power subwoofer, but when you change the volume on your car's radio, unfortunately, the subwoofer's volume will not change together if you have the JBL model. And that's because for JBL model, the volume is controlled from the JBL amplifier, not from the head unit. So on the head unit, when you turn the volume knob, it actually sends a signal to the JBL amplifier, and JBL amplifier is doing the volume change. Whereas if you have the non-JBL model, the volume change takes place at the radio. And because this amplifier is being connected between the radio and the JBL amplifier, when you change that volume, there will not be any change in the subwoofer because this amplifier is only taking signals from the radio. However, if you change the volume on the radio, the other sounds, no more range of sounds, they will change. It's just only if you connect the power subwoofer to these RCAs, that's the only volume that's not gonna work. But of course, the overall volume will continue to work. So that's why we say that this ENA 3 series is not compatible with vehicles that has factory equipped JBL models. Due to that, yes, it will technically work, but you will not be able to utilize this sub-out feature. Okay, and one more thing I want to mention about the ENA 3 series and adding a new power sub is a lot of times you install a new power subwoofer and it's probably one of those small enclosure ones that fits under the seat or under the rear seat. Something small, that's the very popular one because it's very easy to mount. It doesn't take that much space. Those power subwoofer, you still need to find a way to get power from it. And we have a good way of doing so. We have a new product. It's the EAZ power seat harness where you can take the 12-volt battery from one of the connectors that's under your power seats on the passenger side, so you do not have to route that battery cable through the firewall and into the engine bay. So it will save you a lot of time when you're trying to hook up your new power subwoofer. Alright, so that was the differences between our ENA 3 series and our ENA 2 series. And if you already own one of these amplifiers, leave a comment below, tell us which model you have, and also how much difference it made compared to your factory sound system. And for all of you viewers out there, if you haven't yet, help our channel by subscribing and giving us that thumbs up. Thank you very much, and I'll see you guys in the next video.